Greetings, dear precious, magnificent spirit soul that you are. In the Vedic teaching, our label would be Jiva, and our nature is Satchit Ananda Vigraha, eternity, consciousness, bliss, and we always have a form. And actually, the form the soul takes is a feeling body, and it's a beautiful body. I've seen mine, you see. And yet, we all have a beautiful spiritual body, and yet we deny it with these veils. Now, my topic: beyond positive and negative thinking to greatness. Beyond positive and negative thinking to greatness. See, the positive negative thinking thing keeps you in control, in being manipulated, because it's half a truth. When something is a half truth, then you can be manipulated with it because you don't get the full thing. You don't get the full on whatever is happening. See, I'm the kind of researcher, I call myself a rootist. I always want to go, where did they get that? Where did they get that? Where did they get that? And then also, by living in India for 4 years and studying with the mystics and the greats, and the knowledge is so fabulous because it's not about a belief system and it's not about believing it. It's actually how you do view. There is absolute truth. See, positive and negative stuff keeps you in a system where you're fighting yourself and basically setting yourself up for negatives, in the sense that if you're only in a positive, you're only going to get negative results, because you don't realize that positive and negative are two poles of a battery that generate this reality. And the reality is also generated within that motor, where you're spinning in two directions around you, tetrahedrons around you, one going one way and one going the other. So that generates the opposition or the machine. That's how it works, the positive, negative. So that's how language is all set up. And you watch, everything is language. It's all language. Language makes you languish. It's like, just observe it. We're all so-called laws and rules written down and words, because making words greater than we are. We existed before words and talking and thinking, because we are eternal wisdom, knowing, joy, being. We're singers, we're artists, we're manifestors, creators, we're beloved beings. And we're always endeavoring for the welfare of all, because we have no envy or competition at all, because we know who we are. Now, that's what greatness is, you see, to be that. And the positive and negatives keep people in this little game, keeps them very limited. Oh, I never look at that because I don't look at anything negative. It could be going on right down next door to. Wait a minute, better observe it. Here's the key: give up your attachments, you see, and that attachment to your position. Because I'm only in the positive, I never think negative. Well, thinking is the problem. It creates problems. And when you get in the transcendental, that means you go above as a witness. And as the witness, you can observe, but don't be reacting. And when you start deprogramming yourself, you've got to deprogram every word that you react to, because you're giving it power. You're making it real, because we give life. Because when we say it's real, it animates for us. We generate this. This is who you are. Greatness. And when you're stuck in the little positive thinking, negative thinking, you're negative, I'm positive, I'm going to hold on to positive, not let a negative. You're so attached, you can't let go and let God and get the divine bring you that which is far better for you in every way. Then you also have to deprogram yourself that the divine or source, our partner, our beloved, whatever, that we are part of, our reservoir, we have to that is vengeful, angry, and jealous. Because what is that? These are the characteristics of the mind: angry, jealous, uh, 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 egomaniac, all glorification all the time. Can't get enough attention, can't get enough glorification. Why? Because they are not self-satisfied. You see, we're complete, whole, and perfect in every way. I've always taught that. But see, for me, I mean, I've evolved in that. Not evolved, I have been privy to more knowledge and awareness and revelations and teachings and such. So, yes, at one time, yes, the power of positive thinking. But it's the power of positive negative thinking, because the word positive will always bring up the negative. And why are so many people having negative experiences? And that's what I noticed. A lot of people who are practicing these things. And I teach advanced metaphysics and also Vedic teacher knowledge. And also being the Essene path, because I'm a bishop in the Essene. I was by my friend David Carmos. He ordained me in that. But anyway, that's the Essene Gospel of Peace. Yeshua was teaching about health and vitality and harmonizing in nature. That is the secret of health and happy living. But what are people? They're being more technologically deluded and more absorbed in the game and the positive, negative, who's right, who's wrong. I blame you. It's your fault. You did it. I didn't do it. You did it. See, arguing always takes you down, because when you know who you are, you don't argue. Because what's to argue? Because what's to defend or promote? Because you're not attached to anything in this reality. And what you know and manifest for yourself is exactly what you know, because you know how it works. That's why I'm teaching mastery and manifestation. And I'm going to be doing, if you're interested in that, email me. And you're interested in knowing about any of the retreats that I'm having and what there's about, and also some of the intensives that I do. If you want to really do a whole pure cleanse, if you want to let go of all of that stuff and actually come forth as to who you really are, then I set that up so everything that's going on is supportive of you attaining what you say you want, and you will. Because you cleanse out and let go of everything that is not like that, and you affirm and focus on, in every single area of your life, the truth. And there is absolute truth. Don't ever anybody start saying, well, your truth and my truth, and your truth and my truth. That's like little babies squabbling. I have my truth. Well, your truth isn't my truth, and my truth. There is absolute truth. And if a teaching tells you that, the teaching doesn't have the absolute truth. It's a concoction, probably a channeling of some kind, but it's there to take people and focus them on a divine presence that basically will destroy them. Mm-hmm. And it will, even though you cannot be destroyed, you see who you really are. You cannot lose yourself at all. But we could be so covered in ignorance, and I could see people drugged up in all these pharmaceuticals and whatever, the foods, the water, the air, all of the stuff that's going, the electronics, the vibrations, the 4G, 5G, this G, that G, blah, 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 blah. It's just on, it's relentless. And when you have to learn how to stand strong in yourself and do whatever you need to do to stay in that divine place of greatness. And in my book, I wrote Dare to Be Great. I first named it Every Saint Has a Past, Every Sinner a Future. It's an excellent book, because I wrote in there all the things that I did to attain all the things that I did as my international Emmy-winning television program, ministry, outreach, huge congregations and teaching centers, here all over, and students all over the world. So, and that's why I do my Grandmaster mentoring, so that I can assist you in what you want to attain, you see, because you have to know how this operates and clear yourself of these obstructions. And a lot of it's loyalty to a bogus teaching that only has half truth. If you have a bogus teaching and you're attached to that, you're going to be promoting that, and you make camp on that stair that only has half a truth, because that's where people are manipulated. We do not want to manipulate people. I'm not an what is it called? NLP person. I never have liked that. I saw what it was doing. I saw people sit in my audience, became famous, and they copied me. You see, they patterned. And they're not real, they're not true, but they become patterns. And because it's a pattern for success, it's a formula, it's a pattern, it's a ba. When you're beyond all that. And that's why when you get beyond positive and negative, let it go. You don't do positive or negative thinking. It isn't thinking. Do the thing. That's it. And if you're blocking yourself, those are concepts, and those are unconscious, subconscious beliefs programmed into there subliminally, hypnotically, in every way, that's running your eternal existence. You got to get off that train, because you first of all got to know you're on it, you see. And then to get off of it, woohoo, makes me fall forward because it's truth. But to get off of it, it takes a lot of courage. And that's what we're about. Because, you know, hey, courage is always what it's about. And it's because you've got to have that. Nobody else has that for you. And forget the 100th monkey thingy, because when that first came out, I was told by great physicists and people I knew at the time, no, it's just a lie to make people think that you don't have to do the work, all of a sudden it'll be automatic one day. No, you do the work. It's on the individual one-to-one basis. And that means that if real self-love is self-honoring. I honor myself. I honor yourself. I honor all of us at the level of who we really are, to awaken, to know, and to realize and to actualize our divine being now, you see, beyond positive, negative, to the greatness of who you are.